My mother-in-law planned my baby shower. Then I found out I was wife number 4. Vivian, my mother-in-law, insisted on planning my baby shower the second Brendan and I announced I was pregnant. She held my bump like it was hers and said, "You rest, I'll handle everything." I was 4 months along and exhausted, so I let her, but she wouldn't show me the guest list. Every time I asked, she smiled and said, "It's a surprise, sweetie. Trust me." Brendan told me to stop worrying. Mom just wants it perfect. The shower was set for Saturday at Vivian's country club. When I woke up that morning, my phone was full of messages. My roommate from college asked why she wasn't invited. A coworker asked if the shower got canceled. My stomach turned. I called Vivian. She sounded calm. Space is limited. I had to prioritize family and Brendan's important connections. Connections? For a baby shower? I said. "Don't start," she replied, and ended the call. At the club, it felt like I walked into someone else's party. I saw my mom, my sister Rebecca, and Brendan's Aunt Helen. That was it. The other tables were packed with women I'd never met, all around my age, all dressed up, all watching me like they already knew how this would go. I leaned toward Brendan. "Who are these people?" He looked around, confused, and said, "I thought they were your friends, and Mom said she invited your circle." Vivian swooped in and guided me to a chair. "Time for gifts," she announced. I tried to smile, but my hands were sweaty. The first gift card said Tiffany. The next said Lauren. Then Delilah. Then Cassandra. The names meant nothing to me, but the handwriting was the same on every single card. Same black ink, same fancy loops. I stared at the cards, then at Vivian, but she acted like everything was normal. Then a tall woman with platinum blonde hair walked over. She wore a designer dress and a tight smile. "Congratulations," she said. "I'm Delilah. We need to talk." I blinked. "Have we met?" Her smile slipped for a second. "Brendan never told you?" Before I could ask what she meant, another woman joined her, a redhead with dark roots and tired eyes. She looked straight at me and said, "He told us you knew about the group." My throat went dry. "What group?" Delilah lowered her voice. "Vivian's support group." "Support group for what?" I asked. The redhead let out a short, humorless laugh. "For Brendan's wives." I just stared at her, waiting for the joke that didn't come. Delilah nodded toward the room. "You're wife number 4, the redhead added. "I'm Cassandra, wife number 3, and I left when I found out there were others." My legs went weak, and I gripped the chair. I finally looked around properly. The women weren't strangers to Vivian. They were here on purpose, watching me with pity and relief, like they'd been holding their breath for this part. My hand went to my stomach. "I'm pregnant," I said. Cassandra's face softened. "So was I when I found out," she said. Delilah's voice went quiet. "So was I." Across the pavilion, Brendan was laughing near the bar like nothing was wrong. Vivian stood beside him, relaxed, like she'd planned the whole scene. My sister whispered, "What's happening?" I couldn't answer. Cassandra squeezed my arm. "You don't have to beg him for the truth. We already have it." That snapped me awake. I stood up so fast, the chair screeched. Heads turned. I walked straight to Brendan and Vivian. "Brendan," I said, loud enough for the room to hear, "how many wives do you have?" His smile froze. Vivian grabbed my elbow and hissed, "Not now." I yanked my arm back. Brendan tried to play dumb. "What are you talking about?" Delilah and Cassandra stepped up behind me. Delilah held out her phone. "Here's our marriage license," she said. Cassandra lifted a folder. "Here's mine." Another woman called from a table. "And mine." The room went silent. Brendan's face drained. Vivian tried to smooth it over. "Ladies, you're upsetting her," she said, like I was the problem. I stared at Brendan. "Your mom threw me a baby shower with your other wives," I said. He looked at Vivian like she was supposed to fix it. Vivian's smile finally cracked. "This is private," she snapped. "Not anymore," I said. My hands were shaking, but I didn't back down. I slid my ring off and dropped it into Brendan's palm. "I'm done. Don't follow me." He reached out. "Wait!" "No," I said. I turned to my mom and Rebecca. "We're leaving." My mom stood up immediately. Rebecca grabbed my purse. As we walked out, I heard Vivian call my name in that sharp, angry voice, and I didn't turn around.